Hello, hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. I'm Stasi, your trusted psychic, intuitive reader, and fellow Scorpio. This is a reading for the month of December 2024. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the end of this calendar year and get some messages from Spirit on what it is that we can reflect on, what's coming our way, and what it is that we need to release right before we enter into 2025. If you are new to my channel, welcome home. This is a safe place, so please like, share, subscribe, drop some comments, guys. Any and all interactions you have with this video helps my channel grow, and it lets others know that this is the place to be. All right, Scorpio, let's look at this. We've got number 23, Fortune's Wheel, luck and right timing. Honey, you know I love to see anything about Fortune's Wheel. Now, number 23 reduces to 5, a number of change, adventure, passion, drive, right? I always see 5 as a very fiery number, right? Things will happen, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. So, fated events. We've got gathering around, the power of community. So, of course, depending on what you celebrate, where you live, and what your jam is, there are many things happening in the month of December. And some of us are not necessarily into all that, right? For me, and again, everyone's different. I'm not a big holiday person, right? You're not going to see Christmas stuff, maybe some Yule things, but I'm kind of, it's just not for me, right? Now, and it's not about a belief system. It's just not anything that has gotten my attention. So I would say that it's important not to isolate during this time, depending on what your family is like. And I say family in quotes because it doesn't necessarily mean blood family. It could be the family that you've built. Or your environment, or if you've been somebody who's had to rebuild. And this is a time where it would be important to gather in some type of community energetically, right? So find, if you are a person who goes to church or would be open to that, this would be a good time to do that. Or even in local schools, something about being around community. So look into what's happening around your area, and this would be a good time to find that support. I'm also hearing that this is random, but I'm hearing this is a great time to sing. Take it or leave it. Maybe because of the caroling that would happen, but actually it's deeper than that. Spirit showing me the power of our voices in harmony together. Oh, I missed it. Hold on. They're showing me that the power of community, the power of voice, the power of singing, vibration, frequency is going to be very important. So I guess if I had to make that a little bit more accessible for most of us, if you're not someone who's comfortable doing that, then I would say this is the time that you would minimally want to voice what it is that's important to you. Harmonize with others. Interesting. So Fortune's Wheel, gathering around with the power of community. And number 10, deep diver, diving into a task. You may find yourself getting very excited about something and wanting to spend a lot of time and energy on it in December, like micro-focusing. So we're going to take a look at all of the things. So Spirit, well, they want me to use these first. Spirit, let's go ahead and tell us about this Fortune's Wheel. What is this luck and right timing? What are you having us do? What's coming our way? All right, 3 cards, please, and then we're going to go ahead and clarify. What can Scorpio expect in this month of December? I heard this is a time of reflection. Be proud of the work that you've done. The Tower card came out with the 8 of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. I actually have to be honest with you. The Tower card was the very first card that flipped up when I was meditating prior to this reading. And it did not come off as a negative thing. It came off as a sudden, like, whoa, I didn't expect that. And I got to be honest, with the surrounding cards, this looks like a good thing. And I'm seeing Scorpio energy at the bottom of the deck, Death, rebirth. These are both of our cards, by the way, right? In case you guys are not familiar, both of these cards signify Scorpio, not just the death card. Tower card does as well. So this could simply be us showing up in our own reading. But the way I'm interpreting this right now is that this great change, this sudden disruption is going to put us in a position, Eight of Wands, of taking action, very intentional action as well, where there might have been hesitation in the past with the Knight of Wands, or the Knight of, none of that's true, with the Knight of Pentacles. So let's look at it. Go ahead, Spirit. Let's clarify this. And again, with it coming through to clarify Fortune's wheel, we have to remember that fated events are simply that, they're fated. Not a whole lot we can do about it. There are certain intersections of this matrix, the divine matrix, that are fated. The paths between these intersections are free will, but there are some things that we cannot get out of. So let's look at it. And to be honest, when I flipped just now these cards, I saw the Four of Wands and the Hierophant. So who knows? Somebody might be getting a surprise engagement or something like that. Let's see. All right. What else do we have? Oh, when I said surprise engagement, guys, again, this isn't for everybody, but if you are a person who wants to be married and in a committed relationship, this might be a month where you get that commitment. Interesting. And I'm hearing that, and they're showing me that with this Knight of Pentacles, like you've been waiting, is this relationship going anywhere? And something major happens. All right, so why the Tower card? Oh, this one. Thank you. Tower card clarified by the Ten of Swords. Man, something comes to an end, right? So let's look at it. I've got the Eight of Wands with the King of Swords, and interesting, the Knight of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. Now, they are telling me that message about the surprise engagement is actually valid, but it's for a smaller portion of Scorpios. The larger message here, and the more general one, would have to do with, again, a sudden ending, but not necessarily unexpected. It's just, it happens. Let me give you a better example. You've been beefing with somebody, right? And it's been going on, but no one's talking. All of a sudden, someone talks and it brings an end to it. Done. You've been waiting for a response from an employer. You've been waiting for results from a doctor. I just heard that, actually. And it puts an end to a worry. It puts an end to a situation where you needed further information to proceed, because this is literally what it says. More information, you get the information you need to be able to make a clear and decisive, to take action, Eight of Wands, to move forward. So it comes maybe out of nowhere, the information that you need to go ahead and proceed. Also, because we've got the Queen and King of Swords together, I wouldn't say this would be a great romantic match, but what I would say is that this could be someone coming in to help you problem solve, right? To help you, that's how it's coming through, to help you problem solve. You get information this month that allows you to move forward. And this fortune wheel, it's the way it's coming through, it's like, Scorpio, listen, you have felt maybe blockages. You have felt like you've worked so hard all year 2024 and maybe things didn't exactly go how you had planned. You're tired of getting rerouted. It's like taking a long road trip and it's saying recalculating. And I feel like now you get the direction you need. So let's look at it. We've got the gathering around with the power of community. Let's talk about what it is that we can do with that energy. 26 reduces, thank you, Spirit, 26 reduces to number 8. And that is a card of manifestation, abundance, bringing things into material form. With this fortune wheels right above it, remember that reduces to 5. So sudden change and adventure. And we can see that is happening with the Tower moment, but you gain clarity from it. And potentially, I'm hearing that this would be a month as well that you might be dealing with someone who is a professional that can help you. So I have to say this, Scorpio, because they keep showing me. So forgive me. This is going to be for a very select few of you, 10% or so, but I keep hearing it. There's going to be some of you that experience a loss this month. One, potentially of a parent or someone that you see as a parent, like an older sister, an older uncle, something like that. And maybe it is not necessarily unexpected completely, like maybe this person's been struggling, but it happens. So there is this energy here of working through that, and that's the best thing I can say. I'm also hearing that one second. There are two things coming through that I'm not seeing in the cards that they're asking me to bring up. So this month of December is going to bring, potentially for some of us, two different aspects. One is some of us might experience a loss of a parent or a significant older person that we look up to. If that is the case, know that this is a fated event. And of course, when people leave the corporeal form, they are still with us. Trust me on that. And so this would be a time of great change. I feel like the news is sudden, but the passing is not unexpected. So that's one thing. And if that is you, Scorpio, my heart goes out to you. And if you need support, we are here at the Starseed community. You can always come here. All right. Separate from that, I would say the other thing that's coming through is if you have children, and maybe these things are related, you only know for yourself. If you have children, this is going to be a month where you're going to want to be more hands-on. They're pointing to the power of community, and they're saying the power of community is within the home and outside of the home. So this is a time that you want to check in with your kids. I'm hearing seasonal affective disorder. So if you don't know what that is, basically as we lose sunlight, right, depending on where you live, as we lose sunlight, it is more likely that some people, especially as you age, will become depressed potentially, right, with the lack of sunlight. So a lamp, they're called happy lights. I've actually just ordered some for this house. They help, right? I will try to put a link in the description box when I'm done with this to what I purchased. But again, just go on Amazon. I'll put it on my Amazon as well so that you can see it. But there are several options out there. So that's just an example of something that you can do to support the energy at home. But back to the kids, it's going to be a lot of intentional questions and being involved and coming together to support each other. There's something there. I've got the King of Pentacles coming through and the Nine of Pentacles, Scorpio. Oh, I love this. So number 26 reduces to 8. Like I said, we've got the power of community with the Three of Wands, King of Pentacles, and Nine of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, is... I always think of the King of Pentacles as being abundant and creative and someone who can really lay a foundation for long financial success and take important steps towards that. And with the Three of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, let's see. What do we have? Thank you. Yes. Yes. Thank you, December. All right. I guess Libra season's not so bad. Well, why am I saying Libra season? Sagittarius season. I went backwards in the zodiacal wheel. Oh, shit. Sorry, Sagittarius. We love you. And your new moon is on... Hey, the Sagittarius new moon, December 1st or November 30th, depending on where you live. But if you are on the U.S. side of things, it would be the 1st. So... I don't know. Did I talk earlier about Libras? You guys are probably tripping. Like, Stasi, what's wrong with you? Child, I don't know. We're still trying to figure it out. Maybe the power of community can tell me. Comment below what is up with Stasi. All right, so gathering around power of community, we've got the Death card, Scorpio energy coming through with the Three of Wands. Again, they're pointing me back to a potential loss of a loved one. You may need to travel for this event is how it came through. Otherwise, I do see more or less an opportunity here to actually travel, Scorpio, to be honest. Now, I'm not sure that you're going to be traveling in December. Some of you might, of course, for the holidays, whatever, but it's coming through like more or less making plans to do so for a time like January, February. So there's something there, and it's maybe to reconnect with others. With this King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Wait 1 second. Could be moving for a job opportunity also, but yeah, King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. It could happen. And that would very well be a tower moment as well, right? Like out of nowhere, you get that job offer, because that's how I'm feeling it. You get that job offer, but taking the job might mean moving, might mean that your relationships shift. And Spirit's saying that's okay. That's okay, because we've got the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. Some of you might go through a transition because of an opportunity where things shift in your life in other dynamics, like relationships or your home life where you live. With the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups, those are very independent, strong energies that Scorpios, when you are living in this, you are fulfilled, right? And anyone that comes into your life is a bonus, right? Anything that happens outside of what you've been doing is a bonus, and bonuses are absolutely coming. These are very good cards, but Spirit is saying to me that, yes, there might be some difficulty for many of us, some heaviness, some heavy energy, especially from the collective, even if it's not happening within your own home, that we're going to be experiencing. We're going to be picking up on that. And so that's why the power of community is so important this month. And that's why I'm hearing like this is a time to be able to harmonize with others. I'm seeing like a lot of singing and expressing yourself. And I'm actually hearing like that singing and using your voice and harmonizing with others is very healing during this time. Okay. One moment. All right. So then we've got the deep diver. So let's look at this. 1 second. I just saw the Knight of Swords again. This is like the 3rd time that card has peeked out at me. So we'll see if it comes out one way or the other. These two. So we've got the Ace of Wands coming through with the 10 of Swords, and they came out together. So we're going to take that. Oh, thank you. All right. And I've got the 7 of Wands. Interesting. 1 second. The World card. Yes. Listen, when a reading starts off with the Tower, all right, and the 10 of Swords and Fortune's Wheel, all things saying it's about to get real for you, Scorpio, in December. And then we go to the World card. That's a win. That's a win. Because no matter what is ending, no matter what is happening, this is hope that a new world is ahead for us. And now, Scorpio, you're so much stronger than you were last year. Think about it. Think about how far you've come. Think about how far you have come. Honestly, I love this. Shut your faces. The World card comes up again to start. I spoke her into existence. Oh, honey. And this is the power of the 4 holy creatures, the 4 fixed signs, right? We are, of course, I think the best of the 4. No, I'm joking. Don't hate on me, but or I'm not joking. We all have all aspects of the zodiac within us, but I love Scorpio energy. Because you get to burn the shit to the ground and rise all the way up, and you get to experience each perspective on the way if you take the time to do it. And it gives you so much insight to the beautiful kaleidoscopes of energies that exist in this universe. This universe is so vast, so diverse, right? And of course, people can pick one whatever they want to be divisive about. But is that where you want to spend your energy? Or isn't it more fun to be curious? Like, hey, why do you think that? Why do you feel that way? Why do you dress that way? Why do you want to live that many lives? Why do you want that many identities? Who knows? Whatever it is. Like, get curious, because it's kind of cool. Study people. It's good shit. So we've got the World card coming up with the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Give me one moment. Let's look at the 7 of Wands being clarified by the 3 of Wands. More adventure to come. And the Knight of Swords. I knew they were going to show up. I knew it. What do you want? All right. Deep Diver. Dive it into a task, which is actually number 10. Sorry, guys, if you're new to my channel and you see me doing this and, right, I know it's distracting, but when I get my pings and my messages, they really are happening. So I don't expect it. I don't anticipate it. And sometimes that ear ringing is so intense, followed by such a loud message. Today it's very strong. Forgive me. So number 10 here. And then we've got a whole lot of endings with the hope of a new, fresh beginning and perspective. Because diving into a deep task, we go with number 10 here. Everything is fine. So maybe you have been, this again feels like isolation. And this says time to get out of that shit. Ace of Wands. This is a new sexual adventure, to be honest. I always see the Ace of Wands that way. And yes, we want that. Even if you're in a committed relationship, let's zhuzh it up, right? Let's get it. This is passion. This is fun. This is creativity. This is desire, right? This is that first seed of, yes, I can, and I'm going to do it. You name it. And it leads to that fresh start, that new beginning. Because like I said, think of how amazing you've been. I mean, look, it's not been easy. This year, 2024, ebb and flow, up and down, contraction, expansion. It's not been the most fun, but it's also been the most rewarding. Think about it. Like, think about how much independence you've gained this year, how much you've shed, how you've handled adversity differently this year than maybe in the past, right? You got a health diagnosis that was not what you expected, but you overcame it, right? You started a business and it failed, but then you rebuilt it. You lost weight, gained weight, lost weight again, right? You name it. You're doing the thing. Be proud of yourself, because yet again, the wheel turns and a new spark of inspiration comes because you are now equipped to handle it. I love it, Scorpio. We've got the 3 of Wands with the 7 of Wands. Build your boundaries this month. Do not let people get all up in your... Look, listen to me, Scorpio. This month, as you get yourself in this community feels, all right, you might find that not everyone in the community is as happy and as jovial as you are, right? Some people might come at you with their drama and trauma. Look, you don't have to build your boundaries, build boundaries. And if you find yourself in that environment, you move on. What you want is adventure. What you want is forward movement. This month, we're in a retrograde, all right, depending on when you're watching this. This month is going to bring back some ick. Maybe some people that you know what I'm saying. The do-overs. Let's not do it. Build boundaries, move forward, because Knight of Swords. They're in pursuit of truth, knowledge, information to begin again. So do your due diligence, do your research, figure out this month what it is that you really, really would do if you could do absolutely anything in 2025, because absolutely anything might come your way. So much is happening, Scorpio. And I want to share a personal story. And I know that this is, maybe, oh, excuse me. Thank you. Not, it might seem off topic, but bear with me. You all know I've been in a personal health situation. And what you don't know is that I am on I'm on a medication that they stopped making and producing. And up until last month, I did not believe that there was, well, I believed it deep down, but there was no evidence to support outside of me that there was a medication to replace what they stopped producing. And I'll get into all that another time, another channel. But the best thing I can say to you is I kept believing and working and praying and saying, I know the universe will provide. I did not get this far. I did not get this far to not be able to keep going. I want you to remember that, because just as there was no hope, not only is there one option, there are two options, and one of them is a trial, and life is looking damn good right now. I want that for you, Scorpio. I'm getting emotional because it's not easy. But you have to have hope, and you have to have faith, and you have to drive it to the very end, because you never know when what you've been working towards actually will manifest. You have to have faith. And I don't say it from this woo-woo place, right? I get so tired of hearing people talk about the new age. I'm not selling that product. I'm telling you from personal experience that what you believe is what you will achieve. Take time this month to be proud of your manifestations, to look at your life and say, God damn, I'm still here. Thank you, right? Because there is another option, which includes you not being part of this. And whether it's by choice or not, that option exists. So be grateful for the breath of life. Be grateful for the opportunity to be pissed off at something. You're still here to have an opinion. Be grateful that, you have pain, because pain lets you know you're alive. And it gives you something to focus on, to say, that doesn't need to be here anymore. I am still here, which means I can make a difference in what I'm experiencing. And that is the good work. That is the great work. It is the alchemy of you. And I want you to really know that when I give you this information, it comes from a very, very true and honest place of experience. I have people all over the globe, of all ages, of all kinds, coming here. And so this is a message that is for all of us. Hope is real. Faith is real. Results happen when you submit to it and you say, you know what? I'm not in control here, but I am going to make appropriate choices to make things happen in my favor. I'm going to work with the universe, not against it. And I think that is where the big message is here in 2024 as it ends. The rules of today, Scorpio, are not the rules that we're playing by tomorrow. The restrictions that you perceive that you have today do not need to exist in the world of tomorrow. And I promise you that there is something to this. Have faith. There are examples of people who have healed themselves. I have. There are examples of people who have, built their life from, just hardship into, rags to riches, as you hear. There are people who are always attracting abundance. There are examples. And if you're not seeing them, I urge you to go seek them and then program your mind with positive and intentional thinking. Oh, Scorpio, thank you for letting me get that out. And I hope that you guys could understand through my cracked voice the message of hope, right? It really is important. And I know I'm going to get a lot of questions. Stasi, what medicine? What are you taking? All the things. I'm not there yet. So just know that as much as I am ready to share, I'm still a little hesitant, because you do bring about what you think about. And I'm very, very focused on the positivity of it all. However, because I know that I would want to know if I were you. There will be a time in the near future that I'll be discussing my health journey and how I got there, the manifestation journey, all of it in more detail. So comment below if that's something you're interested in. It is going to be a separate channel, and it's going to most likely be on Instagram. All right, so our shadow work for the month of December. What does Scorpio need? Thank you. Thank you. Number 23. Is this, guys, 23, number 5s. We've got 5s, 10s, and I mean, that's really been the deal. 5s and 10s, lots of that happening. Endings, beginnings, disruptions. So here we've got number 23 again. So you could be seeing 2, 3 over and over again. You could be seeing 5s, 5, 5, 5. This says obliviousness versus awareness. Interesting. So Scorpio, look, when things are overwhelming, when things are heavy and intense, you have to micro focus, right? You have to just put all of your energy into the one thing that you need. However, that type of energy can also place you in this oblivion, right? Where you don't know what's going on in the world outside of you. And I know I have been definitely guilty of that. You all know I don't turn on the TV. I don't want to know. But there is a responsibility that we have as humans in this collective, in this community, right? Where it says the power of gathering around, where there is an awareness that needs to be had. And so maybe it isn't an awareness in the mainstream and the ick of it all, but it is an awareness of the energy that you bring to the table, is what I would say. The energy that you bring to the creation of the universe, the energy that you bring to yourself and your immediate surroundings. There's something here about maybe changing the perspective that you have of yourself. So I'm hearing this energy of like, and I know I struggle with this, maybe imposter syndrome, or feeling like, oh, it's a heavy energy I'm feeling. And so we're going to alchemize this. It's more or less like, I just heard, who am I to do that? Well, I guess this would say that you're oblivious to your greatness, Scorpio, and you need to be aware of your greatness instead. Truly, you are the master of your universe. Like He-Man, all right? Like She-Ra, like He-Man, take it or leave. And if you don't know who that is, y'all, God, I know I'm 49. And yes, I'm 49. It just happened. Don't tell the others. But, they were great cartoon characters. Grayskull. All right, I'm tripping right now. Anyway, so I don't even know why I brought that up. Oh, because you have the power. You have the power to make those changes, right? Release the skin you're in. I always hear that, and I always tell you guys, release it. Release the idea of this 8 of Swords that you can't get, you can't get here, you can't do that. I have to do this first. Do not wait for the permission of someone else to start something. You are the master. You are the creator, the co-creator. You can do it. You can do it. You've done so much. You've done so much. Creating something in this 3D is nothing compared to the internal work that you've done on yourself, right? Think about it. You can do it, Scorpio. Number 5, adventure, change, blow your mind open, right? That tower moment, right? We had that earlier, this tower moment. This is about, look, I'm going to get real with you. It's not just about what's happening within us. This is aliens, right? Have you all, I don't watch a lot of anything, but I know that I've seen on YouTube the constant running of the alien disclosure. I haven't really turned it on, but because I already know. However, the muggles are catching up, right? So it could be that. It could be new currency. It could be that we really find out who's on the Epstein list, who's on the Diddy list. We're going to find out all the chismosa, all the chisme. That's what's going to happen. So I feel like this is going to be a month of like, Oh, I'm hesitant to say what I just saw, but There could be a disruption on the world stage politically. And I'm going to leave it at that. It's just a sudden disruption, potentially. And of course, I would just say that no matter what, we always ask that everyone maintain safety. All right. What it is we can manifest at the end of this year. And it says, find your purpose. When you feel like you don't fit into this world, Scorpio, remember that you're here to create a better one. Your tender heart is a treasure. Scorpio, look at that fierce, like that, right? That Sagittarius energy. Look at that. This is about focusing and saying, I can do it. It will manifest. And once you start that line of thinking, if you're a muggle, you might not know. But I can tell you with certainty, when you start the line of thinking, will, intention, desire, intentional steps, you want it, you see it, you picture it, you go after it. There's no other choice. No other choice. It has to manifest. You are a walking algorithm. I'm going to keep saying it until everybody understands because it's so important. Like, really start looking at the technology around you and how everything kind of reflects back to you what you put into it. That's the universe. No shit. That's really how this works. So, when I thought I was dying, guess what? There were no options. I felt like I was dying. The world was coming to an end. Everything was awful. And then when I said, well, hell, I don't want that, right? So what am I going to do? I had zero options but to just magic and faith, right? And when I say magic, I really mean like ceremonial high level stuff. I'm not talking like woo woo. I'm talking like for real alchemy. There was no other option. And I just had to lean into it. And guess what? Options showed up because I changed my thinking. I changed my perspective. I said, you know what? I don't need a doctor to heal me. I don't need medication to heal me. There has to be another way until these tools come. And another way showed up, and then another way, and another way, and then the tool showed up. And while I'm still waiting to get my hands on it, I see it. I have information. It's going to be available. Scorpio, be patient. Small, intentional steps is enough. You start thinking negative, catch yourself and say, oh shit, no, I don't want that, right? Because it's no different than you putting it into the internet and saying, I feel like shit and I'm going to die. And the universe and the internet says 15 ways to die and what to do about it. WebMD, right? You'll get back what you put in. You're always going to find evidence to support your beliefs. So if you're finding that you're stuck in the muck, that it's heavy, that you're uncomfortable, that nothing's going your way, sit still and say, what the hell am I thinking about? What am I listening to? What am I wearing? What colors am I wearing? What music am I listening to? Turn it off. Turn everything off. Literally get naked. Get rid of everything. And say to yourself, what is it that I want? I want healing. I want abundance. I want stability. Listen to the frequencies. Start finding people who have done the work and listen to them. Start investigating, other methods and modalities for peace for yourself, whatever that looks like. Scorpio, I love you guys so much. I want nothing but the best for the Starseed community and all of those that we come in contact with. It is so important, the power of community, the power of voice, the power of telling people the good in life. Give people hope when you speak, right? Change your thinking to support the highest and best vibration, because what you put out in the universe is a choice. It is. And what you take from the universe is a choice. So choose to live happy, choose to live healthy, and choose to live. Scorpio, thank you so much. I am so appreciative. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and stop over at my website, starswithstasi.com, to get your personal reading. Guys, we are all stars from the sky with feet on the ground. We are doing the very best we can with the information that we have. So be kind to yourselves and each other. Thank you so, so much for allowing me to have this platform where I can heal myself and others to the best of my ability. Thank you for letting me share my story with you for as much as I'm comfortable at the time. Thank you for your support. As I look back at 2024, I could not have done this without you guys. So, in closing, I appreciate you, I love you, and may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. Please don't forget to engage with this video, like, share, subscribe, come back and make sure that you've hit that notification bell because there will be more readings, more happening, and more great news. Have a great week and month ahead, Scorpio. I love you. Shine brightly.